Hello, this is the Bastard Gamer, and I'm going to show you the deck that I use for my tournament. It's my Ancient Gear deck. First off, I want to start off with 3 Ancient Gear soldiers. I mean, they're like one of the most basic Ancient Gear monsters. They have a decent attack power, but they also have their ability to be immune by magic and trap cards during the battle phase. 3 Ancient Gear Knights, they're a little bit stronger, but in order for you to have their ability, they have to be Gemini summoned.
Which means summoned again, basically.
And I have 3 Ancient Gear Beasts. They have the immunity from spell trap cards during battle, and they're also immune from monster card effects that they attack from. So in other words, they're immune to, say, like Man-Eater Bug or Old Vindictive Magician. I have 3 Ancient Gear Golems, 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense, also immune to spell and trap cards during a damage step, and they have piercing, which means they do damage to monsters that are in defense position, as if they were in attack. 2 Gadgetron Dragons. I should have a third one in there, but I don't. They have pretty much the same effect as the soldiers, only they have 3,000 attack, 2,000 defense, and they gain special abilities when you tribute summon them with gadgets.
They're a little bit better because they actually stop magic cards too, so it's better.
The other cards stop magic cards too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Spells and
shows how much I know.
1 Neospatian Grand Mole. This is pretty much a staple because you can attack with it. You can attack with it and bounce a card back to the hand. Cyber Dragon, another staple in an Ancient Gear deck, because you can special summon it if your opponent has monsters out. Giant Rat for summoning out other soldiers. This is one of my favorite cards right here, Swarm of Scarabs. They function a lot like a Man-Eater Bug, only you can use them over and over again. The only downside is if they're destroyed, you can't use its effect like the Man-Eater Bug. Okay, now onto the magic cards. Hammer Shot, staple. Benevolent Nuzzler, good beef up card. Horn of the Unicorn, another good beef up card. Polymerization, obviously for my fusions. Ancient Gear Workshop brings back a dead Ancient Gear monster to my hand. Soul Exchange, obviously, staple. United We Stand, another good beef up card. Ancient Gear Castle. If I summon monsters, this gets tokens, and I can tribute the castle with those tokens and use those tokens as tribute summon substitutes. So if I have 2 tokens on it, I can tribute it to special summon an Ancient Gear Golem. Gaia Power I have for another reason. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Overload Fusion, I use that for a specific fusion monster in my extra deck. Future Fusion, obviously to summon a specific fusion monster. Okay, now here's the combo I like. Gear Town. What's so special about Gear Town is when I have it in play, I could tribute summon Ancient Gear monsters with 1 less tribute. So in other words, I could summon an Ancient Gear Beast for basically free. And if I have something like Gaia Power or another field spell, I could destroy Gear Town, and when Gear Town's destroyed, I could special summon an Ancient Gear monster from my deck, hand, or graveyard. So I could destroy this with like a Dust Tornado or Regeki Break, or with another field spell. A good thing to have is more Gear Towns, extra Gear Towns. Ancient Gear Tank, obviously a basic card that's a requirement for an Ancient Gear deck. Gives it 600 attack, and when it's destroyed, deals 600 damage to the opponent. Now onto the traps. 2 Regeki Breaks. These are staples. They can destroy any 1 card in the field.
Pretty basic.
Yeah, all it requires is 1 card to be discarded. Draining Shield, staple. Compulsory Evacuation Device, another staple. Spellbinding Circle, I think, should be a staple because it stops a monster dead in its tracks. Magic Cylinder, staple. Sakuretsu Armor, of course, a staple. I like this card, Scrap Iron Scarecrow, because it works like a negate attack, only you can use it over and over again. Speaking of negate attack, also another good replacement for negate attack is Threatening Roar. I think negate attack is limited now. I'm not sure.
I don't think
so. It's not? Okay. 2 Dust Tornadoes, another staple, and obviously Sakuretsu Armor. Now, I only have 2 cards in my extra deck. These two I really like. Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, which is like my favorite monster ever. It requires 1 Ancient Gear Golem and 2 other Ancient Gear monsters of my choice. It has 4,400 attack, 4,300 defense, and it has piercing. And when it's destroyed, I can special summon an Ancient Gear Golem from my graveyard, ignoring the summoning conditions.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
And if I have if I have that Overload Fusion in my hand, if I have Cyber Dragon and a bunch of machine type monsters in my graveyard, I can use that to summon this guy. Last time I played him, I got his attack up to 4,800. The only downside is you cannot use Future Fusion to summon this guy, because once this guy comes out, all other cards in your field are destroyed, including Future Fusion. And when Future Fusion is destroyed, the fusion monster you use to summon it is destroyed too. So use only Overload Fusion or Polymerization or some other fusion spell card to summon this.
Wow, that rates.
Also, this card can attack a number of times equal to the number of fusion monsters you use as material to summon this guy. I was able to attack 4 times with this guy last time I played, so this is a very good card.
Right.
So that's my Ancient Gear deck. It's not perfect. I'm still trying to get more cards to it, specifically Gear Towns. So if anyone has any Gear Towns they're looking to trade, shoot me a PM or something.
Okay.
That's it.